of a brush with paradise. The island. The airplane touched down smoothly on the runway with the sun glaring through the windows. I won't bore you with the flight details. Suffice to say that there was liquid refreshments the entire flight, plus a few films and those rather dreadful set meals with plastic cutlery that broke the instant you applied any pressure. We disembarked and walked to the building. "This is hot," I commented with glee. It was just the right temperature. "I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my bones." Then I continued to whistle. Missy glared at me in total disbelief. "Paint, yes. Sing, okay. But whistle? You gotta be kidding." "Love is all around me," I continued. "We're all going on a summer's holiday." Everyone smiled, including the security and passport officers. It was so refreshingly wonderful. Or maybe they were just amusing me. After all, what was wrong with striking up a few tunes when one was happy? We strolled over to the luggage carousel where, surprisingly, our bags already waited to be collected. I turned to Lizzie. "Do you know everyone here?" She laughed, then presented both passports over to a smartly dressed officer who sported a tight bun which held back what would have been an explosion of dreads, and greeted us with an enormous smile. "Welcome to our island. You've not been here before?" "I most certainly have not," I said. "Not even in my dreams." Lizzie looked at me with disdain and tutted. "Behave! Anyone would think you've never been away before." "Well, I have, but this is something else. I feel free and, dare I say, chilled." The officer handed back the passports and smiled again. "Enjoy your stay. Are you here to get married?" I blushed. No, not exactly. It's a creative break." "Well, you look such a nice couple. Have fun." She looked down and stamped our passports. "We shall, shan't we, darling?" Lizzie retrieved both passports with a flourish and then grabbed my arm as she politely frog-marched me to the exit. The weather was gloriously warm. There were palm trees swaying gently and it was absolutely beautiful. However, I felt hot and completely overdressed for the climate. "To the shops," commanded Lizzie as she grabbed my hand and pulled me off in the direction that she obviously knew. We stopped by a car rental depot and clambered into a waiting open-top Jeep. "How do you do it?" I asked. She laughed. "I have friends in all the right places. I shall take this out of your sales. Hop in." "How much is this going to cost me? Because it looks like it's supercharged designer Jeep with all the extras." I raised my eyebrow innocently and looked all broke as I stared into Lizzie's eyes, which hopefully tunneled deep into her caring emotions. She laughed even harder and louder. "You're so funny when you're trying to be serious. It's really most fetching." She rubbed my hand like I was a puppy dog. "Woof woof," I replied. "It's one of Angus's cars," she said. "He owns half the island and umpteen businesses. It might just cost you a long, tall sundowner somewhere soon." Lizzie hit the accelerator pedal faster than a Formula One driver at the start of a Grand Prix, then continued with a maniacal drive style as we flew off, hair buffeting, wheel squealing, breathtakingly stunning journey to a destination to where I had no idea. She screeched the Jeep to a halt by a shop. Well, I say shop, it was a wooden shack with palm leaves for a roof. There was a range of multicoloured shirts and other apparel hanging from just about anything that worked as a display. It was a cacophony of colour akin to a Shostakovich movement on acid. "You're kidding me," I coughed in amazement. "Just you wait till I finish with you. Let's go meet the hippiest, gayest designer on the planet. Never mind the island. Move it." Stefan stood in the doorway, his hands firmly placed on his hips, and the joint hung from the side of his mouth, and the largest knitted hat I'd ever seen. His attire made Austin Powers look totally drab. "Oh, my Lord. What have you brought in front of me, Lizzie, my dear? He's so last decade or so, and my eyes are hurting." Lizzie gave Stefan a big hug. "I think we need to practice some island magic on him, please. Now." "I'll try, love. But it's not going to be easy." I piped up, "Hello, I am human and I have feelings, you know. This is my favourite shirt. It was from Savile Row. Well, I actually bought it from a charity shop in London. It's top quality." Lizzie and Stefan replied, "Bin it. Now." I scanned the contents of Stefan's emporium. Honestly, I've never seen so many colourful items of clothing. It could pass as an art exhibition. Have you considered framing some of this stuff and selling it on as art? Stefan was explosive. Stuff? What did you say? These are some of the best designer clothes you will ever see, and in your case, maybe the first time. I was taken aback. Sorry, I was only joking. When I finish with you, you won't be joking, Lizzie. Lizzie, where did you find him? Hiding under a rock in the lake, perhaps? Okay, boys and girls, let's not bicker. Just some cooler and more fitting clothes, if you please, and none of your $1,000 shirts either, darling. Perish the thought on wasting my designs on effort. Stefan beckoned me inside the shack. Designer boutique. He did a pirouette and produced 3 shot glasses. Rum? Why not, I replied. Well, I need one for sure. Stefan grabbed a bottle from the counter. Let's start again. I'm Stefan and I'm going to make you look absolutely stunning, hopefully. Well, let's face it, darling, it can't be worse. Lizzie was laughing so much. Cheers, both. Bottoms up, or maybe not, as the case might be, I responded. I was ignored. Stefan handed me several shirts ranging from outrageous to just plain white. Strangely enough, there was nowhere to change, so I removed my Savile Row shirt in full view of any passers-by. Ooh, we've not such a bad figure hidden after all. Stefan took a step back and attempted to admire my semi-naked torso as I continued trying on several shirts. Well, lucky for me, eh? All the exercise has paid off. I returned his quip. Have you spotted my blatantly heterosexual tattoo on my left lower cheek? We're not got there yet. I have to say that you're a good sport, though. Honest, that is for a straight guy. We clinked glasses and downed the rum in one. Stefan refilled them faster than any time it took for me to finish swallowing my first measure of the golden nectar. I liked his style. It reminded me of my gallery days. One always kept the wine flowing. I mean, after all, it kept the wheels of industry moving, and particularly well-oiled. With 3 of the loudest coloured patterned shirts and 2 shocking pink Bermuda shorts with a very high comfy pair of loafers later, Lizzie turned and hugged Stefan. She paid him, and after we all exchanged air kisses, jumped into the Jeep and continued down the road. Lizzie turned the radio up really loud. Sun is shining, the river is deep, sang Bob Marley. So I look all right now? I mean, am I cool enough to be seen in your company or what? Or what, darling? You'll do perfectly, for now. Lizzie laughed and poked me in the ribs. Let's get this vacation rolling then, I said, quite cheerfully. I was now officially cool. I'm leaving it there.